I ransacked it, so
That's
stole the semi too.
Might as well. I got.
Good evening and welcome to Phil Wainwright Gymnasium, home of your Argus Dragons. Tonight we're going to bring you the Argus Lady Dragons. They're going to be hosting the Lady Warriors from Winnemac High School. Thank you for tuning in to RTC4.com and tonight's coverage of Argus Lady Dragons. Steve Stricker here alongside Andy Stone.
Hello, hello, and here we go.
Isaac Smith running the camera for us this evening. And it's going to be a good one here tonight. It's the Lady Dragons at 2-1 versus the Winnemac Lady Warriors at 1-0. The Lady Dragons are coming off of their first loss of the season on Tuesday over at Triton. They ended up losing that one 38-26 with a 14-2 Triton fourth quarter. So we'll see how they can react coming off of their first loss of the season against a tough Winnemac team. They won their first game of the year on Tuesday versus Westville, 62-40. And they've got a good core nucleus of their team back from last year. They got 4 starters back from a team that won 15 games last season. And they got a couple of super sensational freshmen. The one that I really am impressed with, I saw her in the preseason league that Macy played in Lafayette, and that's number 15, Lainey Joseph. She just went out and had 19 points in the opener against Westville. She is a good 5'10". She's a big-bodied player, And she kind of reminds me of a young Courtney Dunlap. She's willing to take the ball strong to the hoop. And I didn't know who she was when we were in that league. I thought she was maybe a senior or something. She was wearing a Winamac jersey the whole time, and come to find out that she's just a freshman. So.
Wow, that's going to be something to see.
And then Maggie Smith is another one. She's a 6-footer, another freshman that starts for the Lady Warriors. So Argus is going to have their hands full here this evening. Head coach Gary Teal is 82-38 in his 6th year here at Argus. He's 240 and 148 in his 18th season overall. Winamac does have a new head coach this year, Cole Croft, 1-0 in his young career as a varsity coach.
Well, nothing wrong with coming in with a pair of freshmen that are huge and quality already.
Yeah, and like I said, they've got a good nucleus of the team back. So, it's going to be the big test. I talked to Coach Teal on Wednesday night. We did a little interview. We'll play that at halftime because I don't have enough time right now. I might play a little of that. I don't know how it's going to work out. But, we talked about the young team that the Lady Dragons have and what it's going to be like for them coming off of that loss. And this is going to be a big test for them to see how they react, how they come out, how they play, because the next 2 games are going to be tough for them. They're going to be, challenged big time here tonight. And then Tuesday it's going to get even harder because they're going to have to go and do a similar situation on the road over at North Judson. They've got a good nucleus back, and they've got even better freshman in Lily Frazier.
Yep.
She's scoring over 20 points a game in her first 2 games of her career as a freshman, and she is a super player. Everybody's heard about her for years, coming up through the junior high ranks. So we welcome everybody down in Rochester joining us on Channel 4. You're watching RTC4.com sports coverage of the Argus Lady Dragons, and tonight we're going to be taking on the Winamac Lady Warriors here in a non-conference matchup. It's kind of funny, the turnaround. The Winamac plays in the Hoosier North Athletic Conference, and a couple years ago, the Hoosier North was kind of, I wouldn't say a laughingstock, but their girls basketball in the Hoosier North was pretty weak.
Yeah, it was lacking some serious talent.
And now you look at it, Triton is really improving. You've got Winamac that's really improved. You got North Judson that's doing well. Knox, we don't play Knox, but they're, in that conference, they're doing really well. Caston is doing better, so it's amazing, how things kind of turn around in just a short period of time, for a conference like that. So we got about 9 minutes. I am going to play a little bit of the coach's show that I taped with Coach Gary Teal on Wednesday. We won't get through the whole thing, but I'll play as much as I can, and we'll come back after that with the starting lineups here from Phil Waitbright Gymnasium. Good evening and welcome to the Coach's Show with the Argus Lady Dragons head coach, Gary Teal. Coach Teal, thanks for joining us here tonight.
You're welcome.
Just want to do a quick run over of the previous week, and then we'll preview what's coming up. So we're here on Wednesday, but we're going to be airing this before the Winamac game. So as we sit right now, you guys are 2-1 after the first 3 games of the season. Obviously, everybody would like to be 3-0, but you got to be happy with where you're at right now. You guys started off with a win over Caston on Thursday night here at home. Won that game 47-32.
Correct.
And then came back on Saturday night and won against a very, very much improved Bethany Christian team in a dogfight, 35-33.
Correct.
And then, unfortunately, first road game last night lost to the Triton Lady Trojans, who are, number 10 in the state, very, very improved team too. Lost that one by a 38-26.
Correct.
Fourth quarter kind of got you last night. You guys were tied at 24 after 3. So I guess just kind of run through the first 3 games of the season for us, if you would.
Well, starting out with 4 players that have not started varsity level, so you're starting out with kids with a lot of inexperience at that level as a starting position, and there's a big difference between starting and subbing in, and so we're going through some growing pains right now with our young kids and even some of the seasoned kids who have had to play behind the last 2 years' players. They haven't had a chance to start, but they haven't played a lot of varsity minutes. So with those kids too, we just have to take time with them. We have to be patient with them. We have to show them things that they need to work on to get better at. And so that's kind of where we're at. So in the casting game, we had a lot of growing pains there from the standpoint that we turned the ball over a lot, and that's something that we needed to work on. And that was a close game right down to, the third quarter. It was going into the final quarter. It was 33-30. We had trouble hitting our shots, which surprised me because against CGA we did very well in the scrimmage game shooting. And, we finally got some shots to go down, and we put a spread on them and got a couple fast breaks off of turnovers. And we stretched that lead from 3 to about 11, and then we ended up winning by 47-32, like you said. So it was a great fourth quarter for us. We just need to put 4 of those together, and that's something we're building on. We get to the Bethany Christian game on Saturday. Like you said, they're a much improved team. They had some really nice players. Nanya Kaufman, who scored 18 points on us. She's a load to handle. She's a good shooter, and so that was a close game, and it was hard fought. And we improved. In one day we improved from 16, 18 turnovers to 9. And then we started taking care of the basketball. The things we needed to work on from that game was controlling the tempo of the game. Not rushing shots, not hurrying things, getting 4 or 5 passes, making the defense work, and those things we got out of that game. We were fortunate to win 35-33. It was a close-fought game and a hard-fought game, and our kids really did a great job right at the end. They were patient. We got 4 or 5 good passes, and we got a nice back cut from Morgan Dunlap and a great pass from Macy Morris to put us up 35-33. And unfortunately, we missed a couple free throws at the end. It could have sealed the deal, but that's something else that we needed to work on too, is our free throw percentage. So, but it's a big win, and to start 2-0 is really important with a young club to gain some confidence. And we go to Triton last night, and we beat them 3 times last year, and we knew that they were waiting for us, and they wanted to lay one on us, and so the kids had to face that, and we came up with a game plan to. I felt the best choice we had was to box and one Wanamaker and limit Sechrist. I told the kids that if we could limit the number of points that those 2 kids score, then we would force somebody else to beat you, and we would be in the basketball game. And I thought they executed that excellent. I mean, Wanamaker did not score till the last quarter with 5 minutes to go. Unfortunately, that was a big 3-point shot. Right. It gave them a 5-point lead. But our kids just did a fantastic job limiting what she could do, and Sechrist only had 2 points until the last minute 20. So we held their 2 scorers down. And what we learned from that was, those kids just really, I couldn't ask any more out of them defensively than what they did. Morgan and Cagney and even Abby sometimes up front, limiting what she could do with the basketball, and Sechrist as well. Unfortunately, Whitney Miller took advantage of us, and drove the lane, got some backside plays off the backside, and she had 15 points on us. She scores 6. It's a different ball game. We had some shots, point-blank shots that we got off of our offense that we passed down low, and we missed some really close-in shots in that last quarter that would have made a difference as well. And it could have been a completely different ball game. So the score's tied 24-24 with 5:24 to go, and unfortunately, they get a 2-point shot and they get the 3-point shot to give them that 5-point lead, and then they stretch it to 7 on Sechrist's shot. And so then at that point, you got to start chasing people. You got to start denying the ball. And then sometimes you get out of position with a young team, and, they score off the backside. And so a 12-point win was a lot closer game than that throughout, and we just played really well, I thought, for 3.5 quarters. The thing we learned from that is, when we talked about it tonight, some of the things, our shot selection, our patience, and controlling the tempo, we felt we did an excellent job with that. And that's what we need to do against some of these really good teams. We're not going to be able to go out there and make it a horse race. We got to control the tempo. We've got to make them work on defense by making 4 or 5 passes before the shot, unless you have a wide open lane, of course, and just our shot selection, taking good shots. And the kids did an excellent job with that. That's why we were in the basketball game. The thing we need to work on is defensive communication. And that's what hurt us some, is we're not getting the cohesiveness. And once again, you got 5 kids playing together that have never played our matchup zone before together. In the box and one, we had not practiced that much, but I thought they did a fantastic job with it. It's just the defensive communication, whether it's man or zone or whatever it is, you have to talk, and we got to become a more vocal team to improve that as we go down the road. I mean, we're only 3 games into the season, so we got a lot of time to improve on that.
Yeah, and you can't be too disappointed with the defensive effort. You forced a lot of Triton turnovers.
Right.
You only allowed them 38 points. I mean, that's really a pretty good defensive effort. You just couldn't find the bottom of the rim, the net. You talked about that. Coming out of the half, you guys had 4 or 5 defensive stops and turnovers that you forced, but you could not convert those to points on the other end. Andy and I talked. You really could have been up 8 or 10 going into the fourth quarter right there, but you just
couldn't get
them to go down.
No, we couldn't get the shots to go down, and that would have been big because they did turn it over 5 times in a row right there for us. And we just, like you said, we got some good looks at the basket. We got some good shots off of our passing and so forth, but we just could not get the bottom of the rim. And like you said, it would have been big if we could have jumped ahead 4 to 6 points at that point. And that's something that, is just part of the basketball karma, whatever it is. It just wasn't going to go down for us at that point.
Okay, so moving forward, it's not going to get any easier for you. This is going to be a rough stretch here the next week. You've got the game here this evening. Winnemac coming off of a 15-win season. Didn't really lose anybody to graduation last year. They do have a new head coach, but they're going to be coming in here probably fairly strong. They won their first game against Westville by 20 plus. And then Tuesday of next week, you're going to be heading over to North Judson, another team that didn't really lose a lot, and they gained a lot. They've got the super freshman Lily Frazier. All she did is all righty, welcome back here. I had to cut that a little bit short. We'll get the rest of that interview with Coach Teal later, but we're getting set to go here at Phil Waybright Gymnasium. And Andy, I just wanted to take a minute. Tomorrow's Veterans Day.
Yes.
Wanted to take a minute and thank all of those who have served our country and who are serving our country. I've got a lot of relatives. I got an uncle that's 92 that was in the Battle of the Bulge all the way down. My father-in-law sitting down here was a paratrooper in the Vietnam era, fell out of a helicopter, landed in a grapevine and survived. And all the way down, I've got a cousin that was just got out of the Marines. He was stationed in Hawaii.
That's where my cousin is now.
And you think Hawaii, that's a good place to be stationed.
No.
They had a terrible accident there a couple of years ago and lost a lot of his troop. So thanks all those who have served and who are serving. All righty, so here we go. The Winnemac Lady Warriors on deck for the Lady Dragons. For the starters, number 2, Jillian Brom. Number 14, Haley Sanders. 15, Lainey Joseph. Number 20, Courtney Kopka. And number 22, Erica Brogdon. For your Argus Lady Dragons, starting at guard, a 5'4" senior, number 12, Abby Manikowski. Starting at guard, a 5'9" senior, number 24, Macy Stricker. Starting at guard, a 5'8" sophomore, number 34, Morgan Dunlap. Starting at forward, a 5'9" sophomore, number 42, Macy Morris. And your big man in the middle, a senior, 5'10", number 44, Rachel Kuntz. Alrighty.
Big woman in the middle.
Big man in the middle. Alrighty, Andy, here we go. Let's see what happens. The Lady Dragons trying to come back from the first loss of the year over at Triton. A little home cooking here. The Lady Dragons are 2-0 so far at Phil Waybright Gymnasium. Winnemack's going to be a tough one for them here tonight. It's going to be Kuntz going up against Brum here for the tip.
Ball's in the air, and Kuntz gets it, and Morris recovers. Over to Manikowski. Drives in the corner, and they're going to be high-pressure defense out of the Winnemac Warriors.
Hard to say they got a new coach, but they've always been a half-court trapping team. And there's a nice pass, and
Kuntz gets her own rebound. Throws it up, and it's out again, and rebound goes to Winnemac.
Well, those are opportunities that they got to convert on if they want to beat this team here tonight.
Well, we talked about it at the end of the last game there. They kind of shut down on the scoring part, and they got to do that, and that's going to be a reach-in foul on Kuntz.
Yeah, she poked in from behind, and they're going to call that on you almost every time.
Yep.
So that's going to be her first. She got into some foul trouble against Triton. So we'll see how that goes. Team's first. There's an easy pass in. Nice block
by Dunlap, and she's going to the other end. She's taking her on 1v1 and just misses it.
So Dragons are going to want those two opportunities back here. They had two really good shots to bucket. I don't know if that was tipped or just short.
I think it was tipped by Stricker. Unfortunately, they got the rebound, and here comes the press.
So Brum puts the rebound back in for the Lady Warriors.
Stricker breaks it. Goes all the way in, and they're going to call the blocking.
There she goes.
That's what we've been waiting on. That.
Yes, good job there by Stricker. Takes it to her, and she's going to get Brogdon on the foul, and she's going to go to the line shooting two. That's what Stricker needs to do right there. Take it to him. Don't pull up for a 10-footer.
The whole team needs to do that the entire night and try to work on breaking that half-court press.
All right, she needs to put the second free throw in. No good on the first. Take a deep breath, relax, and it's good. Stricker gets the Lady Dragons on the board with the free throw.
She traveled before she got the ball. Before Dunlap got on her, she'd already traveled.
So first turnover goes to the Lady Warriors. Nice pass in. Morgan Dunlap. Stricker gets the rebound, and she gets fouled again. And she's going back to the line to shoot two more. So great job there. Good rebound off of the miss by Dunlap. And Stricker's going to see if she can put two more in here for the Lady Dragons.
All right, Stricker at the line. Puts it up, and it's off the mark.
All right, 1 for 3 so far. She's got to get this one in. Tie the game up.
Well, the Dragons did this last game. They would make 1 out of 2 almost the entire night, and it really hurt the Dragons' scoreline. And so far, the Dragons are off a little bit from the free throw line. And they're going to call it.
Turnover. Good defense there. It looked like it might have been a foul.
And the press is on again. See if the Dragons can break it. Dunlap's open. No problem. Kicks it right over to Manikowski. And there's the half press. And there's a tie-up from Manikowski.
Well, you got to be cognizant of that girl behind you. She pulled up, and as she did so, the girl caught her.
It looked like she had a little bit of body contact with it, but yeah, that's not enough that they're going to call that. Just like anything else, you watch that person picking your pocket from the backside.
Yep, you got to realize you just outran 3 girls, so they're going to be coming right after you.
Well, it could be a nice long defensive battle tonight. Turns, shoots, and puts it in.
Is that Kopka?
Yeah. Dunlap. And they take it away. And there's a travel once she got it.
All right, so the Lady Dragons are all kind of taking off. You know, they're used to Courtney just kind of taking the ball, and they've got to stay with it.
Morris gets the ball up to Manikowski. Little jump stop shot, and it's off the mark. Morris is out of bounds, and it's going to be Winnemack's ball.
All right, Manikowski's got to realize with 4 Winamac players down there, I mean, that's what they want. They want a quick shot
So
with
they
4
can get
girls
the
to
rebound,
rebound.
yeah.
So she's got to realize that there wasn't any white shirts down there with her.
Typically, throughout the season, they only faced Oregon Davis with the press. Most other teams didn't press. Stolen by Stricker, so and they steal it back, and it's loose.
And it's going to go. Argus ball went out off of Winamac. So the pressure already causing 3 early turnovers for the Lady Dragons.
Manikowski, Morris, Dunlap, splits them. Gets it over to Manikowski, back over to Dunlap, and they settle down. Crossover, spin, right there to Kuntz. Kuntz with the jumper, and it's off the mark. Rebound, Winamac. Ooh, Stricker better be careful. Kuntz better be careful. Stricker almost got her first. Kuntz definitely almost got her second, but luckily they stepped on the line, and it's a turnover. Manikowski throws it away. Here's a quick jumper, and it's no good. And 2 Dragons battle over it, and it's out of bounds.
Well, you can see they're just a little out of sync, and that pressure from Winamac is doing that right now to the Lady Dragons.
Well, you know, they talk about it, and you talk about the senior leadership. You got to get one of them to step up and just calm the rest of the team down. Oh, there's a travel.
Yep, they caught it.
Good pressure caused the travel. And you got to get the one player to just say, listen, settle down. We got this. Let's play our game. And right now, the girls are a little bit frazzled, and with a pass like that, you could see how. Dunlap makes up for it and tips it off of them, but she had the initial bad pass where they stole it, but did the work to prevent them from getting an easy layup. And Coach Teal takes a full timeout, and there's not a bad time for it.
My turnover column's getting a lot of work here so far. We're going to take a break, be back here with first quarter action in just a moment.
RTC Fiber Communications is now serving the community of Argus. Now you can enjoy the incredibly fast speed and reliability of fiber internet. Stream movies, surf the web, or watch your favorite local videos on RTC4.com. All from RTC Fiber Communications, now serving Argus. Give RTC a call today or check us out online at www.rtc1.com.
All right, welcome back here to Phil Waybright Gymnasium in the early going. 4:55 left to go. Winamac with a 4-1 lead. And Andy, you just pointed out something here, 7-4 in turnovers. Both teams have 3 more turnovers than they have points so far. Winamac with 7 and the Dragons with 4 turnovers. So both teams are struggling here to get going in the beginning.
Yeah,
So,
well, you know, first quarter jitters. I said first game jitters back there, but now it's first quarter jitters.
Right.
Let's see what happens. It took the JV a long time until the fourth quarter before they woke up and really took control of the game. So let's see what the girls' varsity side can do. Dunlap goes around 2, gives it over to Kuntz. Kuntz loses it. Morris takes it, and she's going to be reached in, and the foul.
Looks like they're going to get Brum, I think,
Yeah.
number 2. That's going to be her first to the team's second.
Should
Team's
be her
third.
first. Yep.
Team's third foul. I missed somebody.
Stricker.
Got to get it in.
And they tip it out.
Looked like she had an opportunity to get it in early and then
Kind of
didn't
low.
take it.
Yeah, that happens. Let's see. They stack it. Manikowski, the tallest player on the team, taking it out. Stricker has it out top. Kuntz. Dunlap. Goes around, back over to Stricker. Manikowski rotates the ball well. Dunlap's got a drive, turns back around. The trap is there. Now can they get the open player?
Oh, she's got to
And
get her head up.
Manikowski lost it. Kuntz was open. Don't foul. and lay in with the left. We talked about the warm-ups. They were making it with their left-hand layup, and right there's the proof of it. Dunlap gets the ball across timeline. Kicks to Manikowski, breaking to the bucket, and it's tipped away. Rebound goes to Winamac. Here's an open three, and it's way short. And it's saved, and Manikowski comes away with it. Here comes Stricker. Manikowski sees her, doesn't, and they're going to get the blocking foul.
Well, she just ran Macy right out of that play by going over to the left on that, but Macy's got to be more vocal right there and tell her, hey, I'm right here.
Well, the fans are upset about it, although Manikowski kind of shoulder tackled her. But she was running with her, so therefore it was impossible to be a block. So there's nothing wrong with that. Cagney Hoffman checks in for the Dragons for the first game, or of the time of the game. And Winamac, Hoffman's down. Winamac gets a player in. I didn't see who got the sub. Double dribbled.
Well, the Dragons kind of in the same vein as the way they were over at Triton right now. They're getting the opportunities at the bucket. They're not converting. They're missing their free throws. And right now they're down 5 in the early part of the first quarter with 3:30 left.
Well, here's the problem so far. I haven't seen Dunlap or Stricker take a jump shot from the field yet.
And they're going to get Dunlap with a 5-second call, so that's going to be the 6th turnover here in the first quarter.
And
still got 3:20 left to go. Coach Teal cannot be happy with the turnovers here so far. Freshman Joseph.
Well, I tell you what, neither team is impressive at the moment. They are both really out of control, and that's a perfect example of it.
Jump ball, that's going to go Argus.
Dribble to the baseline, throw it back in and hope somebody catches it was what that play was there. And the Dragons got it, tied them up. Stricker. And Dunlap, there should have been a foul. Hoffman for 3, and it's good! Let her come in and take the shot. Dunlap just about steals it.
Cagney Hoffman with the 3-pointer. I hope Mindy and Kelly have this thing on down there. They said they were in an auction in Louisville. And
well, I'm sure they do, and that was a big shot right there.
They needed that bad. 4-6 now.
I tell you what, this is going to be a good old-fashioned physical barn ball here. I like it. I like when the teams battle with some physicality. Here's an open 3, and it's off the mark. Rebound goes back to Winamac. Caddy corner again. And over Hoffman, a little baseline drive jump, and the bank is open.
Well, there's Joseph with the first bucket of the game for her, and it gives the Warriors an 8-4 lead. Nice.
Morris and 1. What a pass from Hoffman.
Hoffman comes in and she shoots a 3, and then a beautiful pass in, and Morris has an opportunity now to get the and 1.
Wow.
Nice job. Cagney Hoffman coming off the bench. A little spark plug for the Lady Dragons.
We've talked about her first couple games already, and boy, she's not disappointing today.
Kopka's going to take a break for the Lady Warriors. Macy Morris at the line shooting the and 1.
And that's
off the
long.
back iron.
Just about gets the rebound. Dragons have left what, 4 on the free throw line already tonight.
Yep. One of 5.
That's an easy play. They've done that a few times. The Dragons are going to have to think about that one. And she's got the open line, and Dunlap goes across the timeline, loses the ball.
That's Brum again there on that bucket. She's got 6 already for the Lady Warriors.
Dunlap. Stricker takes a shot, fakes, nope. I thought she was open, hesitated, then pulled up, and the girl got in front of her.
That hesitation there was too much.
Stricker comes back and helps out Dunlap. She gets the ball up high.
She's got the freshman Joseph, 5'10", guarding her.
Tips it out of bounds, going to be Dragons. Morgan turns, kicks it out to Hoffman, fakes, and it's blocked. Battles gets it back to Kuntz. Morris for 3, and it's good!
Macy Morris, 5th point of the game. And
Morris tips it up, and it's stolen by Dunlap. Kicks it down to Morris, wide open, and puts it in for 2 for the lead!
What a pass from Morgan Dunlap down to Macy Morris. She's got 7 points. The Dragons are up 11-10 with a minute left in the first.
That's what we've been waiting to see, Morris to wake up and come out with some confidence, and boy, does she have it tonight. And one at the other end, Kuntz with her second foul.
That's Brum again. She's got 8.
8 for Brum already, and she's going to the free throw line with the and one.
Kuntz is going to have to take a break. She's got 2 fouls here in the first quarter.
I tell you what, I like the action back and forth. Good old-fashioned Indiana basketball at its finest right here at Phil Waybright Gymnasium. It's up, missed, and Morris with a big rebound. 50 seconds. Here comes Stricker across the timeline. Here's a 3, and it's just off the mark. Hoffman battling, but there's no way she can get that rebound.
Morgan Dunlap forces the turnover.
Hoffman recovers. Dunlap looks. They're going to set it up for 1.
Dragons down 1.
Hoffman kicks it back over to Dunlap. They take their time. Stricker has it. Hoffman. Oh, she picked her dribble up. Stricker and Morris were both cutting to the same spot. Dunlap gets it. Shot for 3, and it's off the mark. And good first quarter. Great basketball. A little bit started hesitant, but boy, was it action-packed for the last 2.5 minutes.
After 1 quarter of play, the Dragons are down 11-12. But I tell you what, Macy Morris with 5-7 big points. Hoffman with a huge 3. A couple nice passes from Hoffman and a huge pass there at the end from
Dunlap,
down into Morris. And the story of the game so far is turnovers. Lady Warriors with 10 first quarter turnovers.
Yikes.
Dragons not doing a terribly amount better. They've got 7.
Boy.
But right now Winnemac with the 1-point lead. And sure like to have some of those free throws back and a couple of those easy shots we had right there
at the beginning of the game. So they warmed up, and the last 2.5 minutes was what we call Indiana basketball at its finest. Man, was that some good stuff. Action-packed, end-to-end with pace. Oh, man.
I just hope that, the Dragons can play this way the whole game.
It'll be all right.
They don't got a lot of, bench help. And it's a frenetic pace right now. So we'll see if they can stick with it here for 4 quarters. Right now they're playing right with the Winnemac Lady Warriors, down 1 after the first quarter. Going to be Winnemac's ball coming out of the break to start the second quarter here.
All right, Kaylee Carlton subs in for Rachel Kuntz. So here we go.
I like this man-to-man the Lady Dragons are playing. They're doing a good job with it.
Hoffman. Misses. Over the back. It wasn't called. Yep, over the back. There he goes.
Oh, they did call it. I thought they were going to, So that's going to be on number 5, Smith. That'll be her first.
Here's the press again. Carlton wide open. Stricker gets it in the corner. Back over to Morris. Over the top to Dunlap. Dunlap travels. It's a simple process. The girls have faced Oregon Davis for years. They know what the system is. They just got to get in rhythm, relax, and make those passes. And it's stolen by Hoffman. Man. Stricker going to drive to the bucket, jump shot, and there's going to be the charge.
A little out of control that time for Stricker. She's got to know.
She was there. She actually got to the spot, and I tell you what, it's once in a blue moon that it's an actual charge. And
well, you got to recognize that she's standing there. I mean, she was there and she was set, and the other girl funneled her right into her.
That's her first for the night so far. Stricker just about gets another one there with the steal, and there she does get the second foul. All right. The ball. Hoffman steals it. And they come back in and they grab it from out of bounds. And she's going to be the Dragons sub. Manikowski comes in. Hoffman steals it. And in comes Manikowski. Here comes Dunlap across the timeline. Kick. All right. Hoffman, Manikowski. Manikowski. Hoffman fakes. Dunlap has it. Dunlap's going to drive, and she's fouled. There's blocking. No doubt about it.
It's going to be Brum, I think, number 2. That'll be her second.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. So Brum's got 8 points, and she's got 2 fouls now. She might have to take a break here for a little bit.
Well, we can see if the Dragons can convert. I mean, we've missed what, 4 or 5 free throws, and we're still only down by 1.
4 free throws. Dunlap puts hers first in.
There you go.
Brum takes a seat. 2 fouls. 6:45 left to go here in the first half. Tie ball game. Dunlap with 1.
And the second one's good.
Dunlap 2 for 2 from the free throw line, puts the Dragons back up by 1 with 6:40 left.
Well, the Dragons have some subs out for their team also, so they need to take advantage of it. With Brum out, she's been one leading the points for their team, correct? And Hoffman once again knocks it out of bounds. Brum's got the high score for the Winamac.
Oh, yeah,
correct?
she's got 8. So.
And she's on the bench, so the Dragons need to take advantage of this while they can.
Brum with 8 to lead and there's a nice pass inside.
And there's
going
a
to be
big
foul.
foul, and that one's on Manikowski, I'm sure.
Yep. It's going to be her first, and that's going to put Lady Warriors at the line shooting 2. Is that Kopka?
Looks like 22.
22, that's Brogdon.
Brogdon. And that one's
rattles in for Brogdon.
3 corners of the rim.
So
Front, side, and back.
Ties things back up at 13.
And that one's all net.
So Lady Warriors 2 for 2 from the line.
Carlton. And throws it away. And there's a good pass. Can she make the shot? And no. Rebound. Oh, Morris, she could have got called. They could have called it over the back. Here's a long 3, and it misses. Manikowski. And Manikowski's hammered by 10. Or, wait, sorry, yes, 10. But
That's
gets the worst of it because Manikowski leans over and goes off her hip. Bailey.
It's a good solid play there by Manikowski. That's going to be the first on Bailey. And Winamac, the Lady Dragons are going to be shooting 1-1 here. They're in the bonus.
Carlton's out, and here comes Kuntz. Kind of a risky sub by Coach Teal with 6 minutes left in the second period with Kuntz with 2.
All right, Manikowski's at the line shooting the 1-1. See what the senior can do here from the free throw line. Just got to make this first one here, and it's off the mark. No good. Kuntz fighting for the board, can't get it.
And here comes Winamac. So Lady Warriors up by 1. Carry. Spin move and misses. And Morris gets the rebound. She threes Kuntz open. Kuntz is going to go to the basket. Misses. Blocked partially and puts it in the second one and misses.
Use the glass, Rachel. Yeah, jump ball. Good job, Abby. That's going to be a turnover. It's going to be Argus ball. That's a nice job recognizing the opportunity.
Hand right there, the opening.
Yeah.
She thought everybody was past her. She just put her hand on the ball, put the second one on, and it was all good.
Yeah. So Manikowski.
Smart play from
smart
Manikowski. Well, she is a valedictorian. Expect smart plays out of her. Dunlap kicks it over. Manikowski's way out. Kicks it back over. Hoffman. Manikowski's going to keep it. Kuntz. Out by mid-court. Manikowski loses it, and they turn it over. right, here comes Winamac across the timeline. Top of the key, kicks it down. Bailey has it, makes a little move, and she drags foot, and she travels.
5th turnover here, the 15th turnover in the first half here for the Lady Warriors.
Whoa, they call a foul?
Turnover, travel.
He over here put a foul up. It's 9 on the fouls now. Number 5 fouled, and Dunlap misses. Number 5 out on the court for, number 5's out there. He must have called a foul too. 3.
Lainey Joseph, she's got 5, and it puts the Lady Warriors, and there's a turnover. Steal by Joseph, and it's going to be out of bounds off of Winamac.
Risky pass, gets through. Manikowski makes it, and that blocked from Dunlap. Kuntz just about steals that one. Hoffman. Caddy corner across court. She gets it. Manikowski with a foul. Tough old Manikowski there, being mean to the bigger girl.
Well, that's going to be her second, and that's going to be the 6th team foul. Carlton's going to come in for Manikowski. So Carlton and Carlton and Hoffman in with the 3 starters for the Lady Dragons. Nice poke. Steal from Dunlap.
Kicks it over to Hoffman and puts it in. Hoffman's all over it tonight. Get that girl the ball.
5 points now for Hoffman. Lady Dragons back to within 2.
Nice assist from Dunlap there. They're back in the corner on Bailey. Hoffman foul. The Dragons are going to have to relax a little bit on the fouls, because if they keep this up, we're going to go deep in the bench tonight.
Yeah, how are we going to do that?
JV stepping up. They'll be all right.
So that foul puts Brogdon on the line, shooting the 1-and-1 here for the Lady Warriors.
Well, she's got that shooting style that she goes way down and comes all the way up, and she misses the front of that one. Kuntz gets it somehow gets it back over to Morris.
Good save there by Rachel. I thought that one was going out.
Yep. Dunlap with the fake. Kicks it over to Kuntz. Hoffman says, I'm going to go up again, and just misses.
Good job there. The smallest girl
right
on the
there,
floor.
yep.
Not scared to take it in there.
Yeah, you guys are hollering because it was such a great cutback, but she lost the ball out of bounds right down here. If she would have done it back behind the spin, I know they're just excited students, but shot missed. Rebound. Not the good shot for her. She was off balance, and she's taking a lot better shots than that one.
All right, we got a timeout. Coach Teal's going to take a timeout with 2:49 left. Lady Dragons down 2. We'll be back here from Phil Waybride Gymnasium in just a minute.
Got that new home edition and you're keeping it covered.
Ooh, coverages now. I can help with this. Got zone coverage, man coverage, combo coverages.
I don't know, Peyton. I think more like the coverage your Nationwide agent offers.
Oh, you want to go there? Home, auto, life, business, farm, boat, RV, ATV, camper, pet, motorcycle, your tour bus. Did I mention farm?
Contact Jennings Insurance Agency today or visit one of our offices in Argus and Rochester.
All right, welcome back here. 2:49 left to go in the first half. Lady Dragons down 15-17. They're battling hard here with the Winamac Lady Warriors. Got Kuntz, Dunlap, Morris, Carlton, and Hoffman on the floor here for the Lady Dragons. It's going to be their ball coming out at the break. High pressure defense once again there. A lot of hands by
No doubt.
Winamac. No calls.
Man. Hands are all over them. Last year, they were calling those fouls all day long when they put the hands up on the body. This year, it seems like right there, look at it, it's resting on her hips. That was a foul last year. I don't know if they changed that rule and said they can go ahead and go back and do that stuff.
I think it's all kind of contingent on the refs.
Kuntz, Hoffman, and she's fouled.
They're going to call it on the floor, but that's still going to put her at the line shooting 1-1.
Yep. Well, 10 is the double.
Yeah, she'll still be shooting 2.
Yep.
They call 14, Haley Sanders with the foul. That's her second. So 3 Lady Warriors, Brum, Smith, now Sanders with 2 fouls apiece. Hoffman with 2 from the line. First one is good.
Hoffman's solid tonight.
Oh, my gosh. Mindy, you and Kelly need to go down and go to auctions every game night.
Stay south, slackers. Stay south.
Second one is up and good.
Looky there.
Good gravy. The freshman or sophomore coming to play. Ties the thing up with 2:30 left in the first half.
Ball's in the corner. There's the trap. Gets her own rebound, puts it in for 2.
Brogdon, that's her 4th point of the night.
Dunlap loses it. Hoffman was going to draw a charge, and the girl stops.
Nice pass.
And bucket.
Beautiful pass from the freshman Joseph, and she found Bailey inside for the bucket.
Dunlap goes around her. Yep, Dunlap gets around, goes across the timeline. Hoffman. Morris. I want Hoffman and Morris to shoot the ball. Jump ball, and it's going to be Dragons.
Morgan's tired.
She's frustrated because she gets mad at herself.
They got 5 up there. Somebody's got to take it out here, girls. There we go. Macy Morris. Oh, she got lucky there. She touched that before it went over. You're allowed to go over, and it doesn't matter. It's a turnover anyway.
And it's in.
Keller puts it in. Lady Warriors up 6 now.
There's a jump ball.
Yeah, they're complacent right now. They're bringing the ball down to their hip, and Winamac's doing a nice job of just getting 2 hands on it.
Yep, Winamac is a hungry group, and they are really putting it to the Dragons.
You can see the frustration on the faces of the Lady Dragons right now, and they've got to find a way to battle through this.
Well, I tell you
down
what,
6.
I would like to see what Stricker and Manikowski's face looks like, because you know that they are angry on the bench. And boy, there's another easy bucket. They missed, but an easy opening for the Winamac Warriors. Man, Dragons are going to have to cover that.
A foul on Morris from behind, and that puts Bailey at the line shooting 2.
Misses first. Hits the dead spot of the iron. And that one's good.
Bailey makes 1 of 2. And another turnover for the Lady Dragons. That's 8 second quarter turnovers, 15 first half turnovers for the Lady Dragons.
Yikes. Well, Dunlap missed and stepped, and on that one, turned it over. And now Bailey has it. Defense. And she shoots a 3, and it's good.
Haley Sanders, that's her first points of the night. Hits a big 3. Winamac goes 10 in a row.
Carlton.
They're not done yet. Big rebound, Joseph.
That's over the back.
And it's going to be a foul on Winamac, but they're up 10. It was 17 all, Andy.
Yeah.
With, 3 minutes left?
Yep.
Jeez. 10-0 run here for the Lady Warriors, and the Lady Dragons look dejected. Carleton at the line shooting 2. That's third foul on Sanders. 11th team foul for the Lady Warriors. Carleton off the back iron. We've left a lot of free throws on the
at least 6.
Yeah, 7, I think. Macy's 1 for 4. So
Gerhart comes in for the Winamac Warriors.
second one is off the same spot for Carleton. 25 seconds left here in the first half, down 10.
Off the mark for Gerhart. Battles, tries to get a rebound. Carleton kicks it over. Dunlap cross timeline with 11 seconds. Sees the lane, and she loses it. It was tipped by Winamac.
7 seconds here. Let's see what the Lady Dragons can do. If they can chip into this 10-point Winamac lead.
The part of the problem is the Dragons aren't even getting to the point where they can set up and run the play.
Well, we knew that high-pressure defense for Winamac was going to cause problems.
Kuntz way short.
So that's going to do it after one half of play. Lady Dragons 17, Winamac 27. They went on a 10-0 run to finish that half in the last 3 minutes. And the Lady Dragons are behind the 8 ball here coming out in the second half. They got a long way to go if they want to win this one. We're going to take a break. You're watching Argus Lady Dragons basketball on RTC4.com and Channel 4 in Rochester. We'll be right back here with halftime stats in just a moment.
At First Federal Savings Bank, we know that buying your first home can be an overwhelming process.
The mortgage experts at First Federal Savings Bank will work with you from application to closing.
At First Federal Savings Bank, we pay standard closing costs for our first-time home buyers.
We offer free pre-approvals and local loan servicing throughout the life of your loan.
Stop in and talk with one of our mortgage lenders and take the worry out of buying your first home.
And remember, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
Protect yourself from personal attack on campus, in the home, at the mall, or wherever you are. Blue Dragon Taekwondo in Rochester is offering a self-defense boot camp so that you have the basic skills to protect yourself in an attack. Blue Dragon is the area's leading martial arts facility. Master instructor Dave Colger and his team welcome new participants and those seeking to learn the basic self-defense techniques. Contact Blue Dragon Taekwondo today to learn more about this exciting self-defense boot camp. Simplify your banking with a Simply Free checking account from First Federal Savings Bank.
All it takes is a $50 opening deposit. There's no minimum balance requirement and no service fees.
For a limited time, you'll also receive a free gift just for opening a checking account.
And with Instant Issue, we can give you a debit card when you open your account, giving you immediate access to your funds.
Simply Free checking from First Federal Savings Bank, a simpler way to bank.
And remember, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
RTC Fiber Communications is now serving the community of Argus. Now you can enjoy the incredibly fast speed and reliability of fiber internet. Stream movies, surf the web, or watch your favorite local videos on RTC4.com. All from RTC Fiber Communications, now serving Argus. Give RTC a call today or check us out online at www.rtc1.com.
All right, welcome back. We're at the half here from Phil Waybride Gymnasium where the Lady Warriors have opened up a 10-point advantage. They went on a 10-0 run in the last 3 minutes of that one. And I tell you, Andy, kind of thought, you know, when Brum went out with that second foul, she was their leading scorer with 8 in the first half, that, you know, the Lady Dragons had a shot at maybe making some headway there, and they tied it up. And with Brum on the bench over that last 3-minute period, they didn't do anything else besides go on a 10-0 run to finish the half. And
well, I said it. We need to take advantage of it, and Winnemac took advantage of it.
Winnemac took advantage of it. Brum with 8, Joseph with 5, Bailey with 3, Sanders with 3, Brogdon with 4, Kopka with 2, Keller with 2. 17 turnovers in the first half for the Lady Warriors. For the Lady Dragons, the sophomore sensations Morris and Hoffman with 7 apiece. And then the only other 2 to score, Dunlap with 2 and Stricker with 1. 1 of 4 from the free throw line. So 15 turnovers for the Lady Dragons in the first half. But Lady Warriors were able to convert points out of those turnovers, and the Lady Dragons were not. And that kind of tells the tale of, the Triton game, and here we turn them over, but then we don't get anything out of it. And that's where the Lady Dragons are going to have to figure things out. And, Stricker continues to perplex with, as soon as she gets that first foul, it's like she's just, goes into overdrive and gets another foul right away, and I don't get it. And, Hoffman, huge off the bench, with 7. She's done a good job. Morris, good to see her getting back and active on the offensive end.
She's finally had a little bit of a confidence in this. And,
but right now, it's all Warriors. The Lady Dragons are going to have to come out here in the second half and find some way to get a rhythm back here. You saw the frustration on the faces of the Lady Dragons.
Yep.
That pressure defense by Winnemac just takes it out of you. I mean, 17 turnovers or 15 turnovers for the Lady Dragons, and it's frustrating. I know from a standpoint of being on the other side of that quite a bit.
Yep. Well, we've talked about it. We said, we don't have the deepest bench at the moment. Our bench is super young with basically all freshmen in the JV side. So if it goes to that, we have some issues. We lost 2 starters between Stricker and Manikowski, and it started to show a little bit. There's basically when they started going on that run is after they were both on the bench. And they're going to have to just step up, play smart basketball, keep themselves out of foul trouble, and then just run the gambit of the game. They can definitely catch up. They got some quality. There's no doubt about it.
All 3 Lady Dragons seniors with 2 fouls apiece, Kuhn, Stricker, and Manikowski. For the Lady Warriors, Brum with 2, Smith with 2, and Sanders, the sophomore, with 3. So, they've got a lot more depth, and they can handle that foul trouble a little better than the Lady Dragons can. So we'll see what they can do. They got a big hole to dig out of here in the second half. We'll see if they can do it. We got about 4 minutes here before second half. We're going to take a break and come back here with second half action from Phil Waybright Gymnasium here in just about 3.5 minutes.
Okay, you're off the court. Let's go.
All right, here we go. Second half action getting set to get underway here from Phil Waybright Gymnasium. Lady Dragons have a 10-point deficit to dig out of here as we start the second half. Looks like it's going to be Lady Dragons ball possibly coming out of the break. So we'll see if the second half is any. Really, the first half wasn't that bad up until the last 3 minutes.
Well, Triton's game wasn't bad until the last quarter.
Yeah, well, that was really the last 5 minutes.
Yep.
So you know, that's the thing. You know, when you have a young team, you can get those stretches right there. You can play good for almost the whole game, a stretch of 3 minutes, a stretch of 5 minutes here, and next thing you know, you're digging out of a big hole, and that's where the Lady Dragons find themselves as we get set here for third quarter action. It is going to be the Lady Dragons ball coming out of the half. Stricker, Manikowski, Dunlap, Kuntz, and Morris.
Same start.
Starting 5. 3 of those 5 have 2 fouls. So here we go, second half underway.
All right, Dunlap has it. Manikowski wide open. Fakes, Dunlap. Manikowski. Dunlap. Stricker wide open, good pass, and she didn't use the glass. And now there's a foul on Morris. It is a good idea, good pass. Here comes Winnemac across the timeline. Stricker's on her, needs to relax. Manikowski needs to relax. There's the same play, and they convert on it. Here's the pressure. Morris has it. Kicks it all the way over. Stricker gets the ball. Dunlap, Morris. Little jumper from Morris, and that's just off the mark. Winnemac running the play, kicks it over. Now it throws it away, and it's going to be Dragons ball. Brogdon panicked a little bit after she picked up her dribble. Stricker has it. Morris, Dunlap, Manikowski. Dribbles across. Stricker. Manikowski sits high with the ball. She's going to get a 5-second call on her. Gets rid of it in time. Dunlap. Morris breaks to the bucket, misses with the left. Tipped out of bounds, they're going to be Dragons ball. And the old guy scares everybody with the big no over.
All right, Stricker misses the 3, but she's going to get fouled, and so that's going to put her at the line. Shooting 3 free throws. The foul is going to be on number 20, Kopka.
All right, Stricker's at the line. Let's see if she can convert on these.
That's going to be Kopka's third. Stricker for 3 free throws.
And the first one's good.
All right. 2 more here. Cuts the lead to 11. Off with the second.
She needs a big dose of some self-confidence and relaxation. She gets so worked up at herself. And that one's off. And
1 of 3, so that would make her 2 of 7 from the free throw line here.
Winamac peels it over to the side, gives her in the middle, and she misses. Rebound goes to Dunlap. And throws it away.
She was looking for Kuntz, but that pass had no chance. Turnover, Lady Dragons down 11, 5:39 left here in the third quarter.
Morgan needs to settle down herself. Tries to steal it, and she does pick the pocket. Goes up for the easy layup and puts it in for 2. Coach Winamac's telling them, hey, you better take better control of that ball. Here's a 3. Off the mark. Kuntz. They rebound and put it in for 2. 15. Joseph, freshman we've talked about. Kuntz kicks it over to Dunlap. Dunlap goes around her. Says she steps on line. Nope, they call a foul.
It's going to be on number 2, Brum. That'll be her third.
Now they got 2 players with 3, correct? Joseph and Brum? Or am I?
Sanders, Kopka, and Brum all have 3.
There you go. 3 with 3.
Little lackadaisical right there by Dunlap. She loses the ball and then doesn't really go back after it. And that's going to be a turnover for the Lady Dragons. Not sure what she was doing right there.
I don't know if she was thinking if she picked it up, if it'd be double dribble, but she could have picked it up.
Yeah, she just couldn't keep her dribble.
Yeah, I don't know.
Turnover down 11, 20-31.
Joseph, point guard now with a big girl up top. And they leave the goal open, and she drives towards it, misses. Rebound, puts back up, and puts it in for 2. Number 14, Sanders, the sophomore.
She's got 5 on the night.
Kuntz.
And right now the Lady Dragons are settling with Rachel Kuntz to handle the ball for them.
Dunlap for 2. Wanting a foul, but they didn't call it. She's open and posting up. There's a foul on Dunlap. Hoffman's in. Morris is out.
All right. 11-point lead, 4:08 left here in the third.
Just about stolen. They get it back. Joseph has it. Top of the key. Kicks it in the corner. Wide open for 3, and it's way off the mark. Rebound, Manikowski. Leads it out to Dunlap. Over to Hoffman, who comes right in and drives and gets pummeled on the old block shot. She took it at her, and no disregard for the height. Brogda. Sorry. Stuffs Hoffman. Kuntz for 2. Misses. Rebound goes to Winamac. Coach wants a full timeout for Winamac.
All right, we got a timeout on the floor. 3:40 left to go here in the third quarter. Winamac with a 33-22 lead. We'll be back here in 30 seconds.
Got that new home edition and you're keeping it covered.
Ooh, coverages now. I can help with this. Got zone coverage, man coverage, combo coverages.
I don't know, Peyton. I think more like the coverage your Nationwide agent offers.
Oh, you want to go there? Home, auto, life, business, farm, boat, RV, ATV, camper, pet, motorcycle, your tour bus. Did I mention farm?
Contact Jennings Insurance Agency today or visit one of our offices in Argus and Rochester.
All right, welcome back here to Phil Waybright Gymnasium. Lady Dragons down 11 with 3:40 left to go here in the third. So far, Winamac doing a good job here in the third quarter, holding their 10-point lead and actually expanding it just a little bit. There is a few Winamac players in foul trouble. Brum with 3, Sanders with 3, and Kopka with 3. No Lady Dragons with 3 fouls as of this moment. So right now, though, the Lady Warriors have control of this one. The Lady Dragons have got to find a way to get back a little bit of this lead at a time. It's not like you can just come back at one big shot. And there's another nice pass inside.
Yep.
But it's a travel on the Warriors, so a turnover. Fortunate there for the Lady Dragons because they were caught napping, as you would say.
Yes, I would. Hoffman kicks it up to Stricker. Stricker up to Kuntz. Kuntz is in the corner, kicks it out to Manikowski. Fakes. Manikowski's right open for an easy jumper right there to try it, but nobody's been willing to really take the ball and shoot too much tonight. Kuntz, it's going to stay.
Nice defensive play there by Brogdon from behind. Knocks it out. Stay Argus ball, though.
Gets it over to Morris. Turns it away. Gets it out to Stricker. And there's a foul.
Foul on Kopka. That's her 4th. So she needs to keep taking it at Kopka.
Yeah.
She's going to take a break.
I think this is
Keller's going to take her place.
Koppa's grandpa up here. You get a little feisty.
Yeah.
Move your feet. Yeah. What? That's good coaching advice.
All right. Under 3 to go here in the third.
Stricker. And it's tipped. Stolen. But she's not going to make it to the basket. She's going to have to pass it off. Joseph missed. Hoffman. Ooh.
Yeah, that was off of Hoffman. And he initially called it Argus ball, which was the incorrect call, and he changed it.
He knew he made he just pointed the wrong direction.
I think my grandma could have stole that pass. She's dead.
Well, you know.
Travel, no call.
Here's a 3, and it's good.
So no call on that travel, and
Hurts.
Sanders hits the 3, and that puts him up 14.
And there's a stolen pass from Morris.
I don't know
out of bounds.
What are they looking at? I mean, there's clearly purple in between the white, and they throw the pass anyway. Here comes Stricker. Dunlap's going to come in for her. She's had a rough start. She's not getting going here. There's almost a...
Dunlap's got her wrist taped now. Touch foul. Oh, no.
They're going to call it going the other way on Kuntz.
Pushing through. That's
Offensive
her third.
foul.
Yeah,
that's going to be her 3rd.
So Kuntz is going to be emotional here now. She's asking the official what she did. Ball's out top. Cagney, Hoffman's on him. Sanders, caddy corner. It's going to be a foul. Nope, 3 seconds in the lane. Stricker's coming right back in. And out goes a Manikowski. Shifted around. Down to Kuntz. Fakes, turns, good little move, jump shot, and it's in.
Beautiful up and under move there by Kuntz, and she puts in the bucket. That's her first points of the game. Brings the Dragons back to within 12.
Well, shot, rebound, and it's going to be Dragons ball. It's going to be off of Winamac. Got to give a shout out to Vinny, one of our fun players we like to watch last year in soccer and basketball. They're playing tonight for their championship to go on and advance in the national tourney. But that starts at 8 o'clock, and unfortunately I don't have a score at the moment to know how they're doing. So good luck to U of Indy Greyhounds. She did travel, she turned and ran. Another turnover by Winnemac. Well, neither team has really been graceful with the ball tonight. Turnovers have been killer.
Well, Winnemac has more, but they've
converted off of ours a lot better than what we have from theirs.
Exactly.
Dunlap has 2, gives it to Kuntz. Kuntz drives up and 1.
And 1. Beautiful, strong play there. Nice pass from Dunlap. And a nice, strong finish there by Kuntz. She has the last 4 Dragon points. Brings it back to 10 if she makes the free throw. 9. That is going to be Brum's 4th. Yeah.
That's why she's out on the bench.
So Brum and Kopka out with 4. Kuntz no good on the free throw.
Rebounds all Winnemac. Here comes Bailey. Kicks it over, and they could have got her for a travel there. Down in the middle, and they ought to know how to defend this play. The Dragons have run it for 6 years. Hoffman over. Here's an open run. They let her get her wide open in the middle and score it. Easy bunny play. Morris drives, goes around, kicks it over to Stricker. Stricker fakes and goes the other way, and that's a good little move from Stricker. Hoffman. Dunlap drives left, and she's fouled going to, oh, they're calling a travel first. And
everybody's lined up. They think it's a foul, which it should have been, and now they're going to. Dunlap hasn't realized yet that they called a travel on her. That is, it wasn't a good call.
Yeah, I don't know. So Dragon's going to press a little bit. Either you go full bore, you don't half-heartedly do a press, because then this happens to you. And luckily it was turnover and Stricker gets it. Dunlap fakes, drives, goes up, misses, rebounds, and she's fouled. And he says, no shot, it's on the ground. And Winnemac helps her up. Good sportsmanship, number 14, Sanders.
Bailey with the foul, her second.
And they're going to call it on the ground, so they're going to throw in the inbounds play. And Stricker needs to look. He got her back turned to her. Stricker for 3, and it's good. Pressure. And there's a long heave-ho and hurting her three-point average.
Well, that's a big shot there by Stricker right at the buzzer. Brings the lead down to 9 here for the Lady Warriors coming into the 4th quarter. So we'll take a break, come back here with 4th quarter action from Phil Waybright Gymnasium.
At First Federal Savings Bank, we know that buying your first home can be an overwhelming process.
The mortgage experts at First Federal Savings Bank will work with you from application to closing.
At First Federal Savings Bank, we pay standard closing costs for our first-time home buyers.
We offer free pre-approvals and local loan servicing throughout the life of your loan.
Stop in and talk with one of our mortgage lenders and take the worry out of buying your first home.
And remember, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
All right, well, here we go. 8 minutes left. Lady Dragons actually cut into the lead by 1, but they're going to have to do more than that here to pull out this one. They trail by 9 with 8 minutes left here from.
Duncan's got it on. He's not sure about it.
Yeah. Trying to train him young again. Lady Dragons back out with 4 of the 5 starters and Cagney Hoffman into the game in place of Abby Manikowski. So Hoffman, Dunlap, Stricker, Kuntz, and Morris, the 5 here for the Lady Dragons.
Well, let's see if we can, Stricker can build off of that three-pointer. Morris. Oh, ball's loose. Foul.
Morris for the foul, or are they going to get Kaufman from behind? I don't know who they.
One of the two. We'll see here in a half second.
Choice. 42, they got Morris. That'll be her 3rd.
Ball's in. Oh. Dunlap's kind of marking number 15 now. They're in a man-to-man. She tips that one. Bailey ends up getting it.
The one weakness I've seen from Joseph through what I've seen her play is she's not real strong with her left.
No.
So if they can force her left, they can have a good opportunity. This is where Stricker's got to be smart.
And they call the timeout because of that.
All right, so high pressure from the Lady Dragons forces a timeout. 7:18 left to go here. We're just going to keep it right here for now. You're watching RTC4.com, and you're watching Channel 4 in Rochester. And the Lady Dragons trail by 9 with 7:18 left to go in the game. So, Andy, I tell you, turnovers have been the name of the game really for both teams.
Turnovers for the Dragons, turnovers and free throws.
19 for the game for the Lady Dragons and 23 for the Lady Warriors.
Turnovers? 23
23.
turnovers and 19?
Yes.
That's pretty
The thing
rough.
is, the Lady Warriors have 23 turnovers, and the Lady Dragons are still down by 9. That's
pretty rough.
Yeah. All right, Lady Warriors with the ball. Almost
Hoffman
a steal.
Puts it up, misses. Loose ball, Hoffman with the rebound. Morris gets it over to Stricker. Stricker for 3. And it's in and out. Morris battles, gets a shot, and she's going to shoot 2.
My goodness, that ball was like 3/4 of the way down there on that shot by Stricker. I don't know how that thing came out. Morris with a beautiful rebound, though, and a putback, and that's going to be a foul on Brogdon, her second.
Relax. And it's off the mark.
Off the back iron. We've left a lot of free throws out there, Andy.
I said it.
A lot of free throws out there. Morris is good on the second. Nope, darn it. I was trying
Misses 2.
0 for 2 for Morris. We needed those 2 right there.
Yep, that's
would have cut the lead to 7.
Big free throws.
Nice play by Hoffman.
Here's an open 3, and it's off the mark. Rebound.
Over the back on 12. Keller, nice block out by Stricker.
Yep. She backed into her, so you know she's going to get that call.
Is that 1-1? Yeah, we're going to be shooting. Wow, that's early. 1-1 now with 6:42 left to go here in the game. So Lady Dragons have.
We're struggling from the free throw line.
Convert.
We're struggling from the free throw line.
And that's going to put Stricker at the line. She is 2 for
7.
So
all right.
These are big ones here for Stricker.
Missed the front end.
2 for 8 tonight on the free throws for Stricker. Front end of the 1-1. We just left 4 points on the floor right now between Morris and Stricker. And a backdoor cut right there. They're killing us on that backdoor cut. We're falling asleep inside. Keller with another easy 2.
Hoffman turns it, gives it over to Kuntz. Kuntz has handled the ball, gives a good feed, and it's blocked. Kuntz has handled the ball more tonight in a guard-type position than she has in the last 20. I tell you.
Stricker just got blocked by a 5'6" sophomore.
And there's it is off the mark, and it's going to be a turnover for Winnemac. Dunlap has it, kicks over to Stricker. Morris comes over. Stricker fakes. Kuntz fakes, drives, little jumper, and it's way off the mark. Rebound goes to Winnemac. And there's nobody, and it's an easy layup. And she makes it. Fast break. Well, a mediocre speed break. And Coach Teal calls the timeout.
Well, here we go. Lady Warriors on another run. They had it down to 9. Now it's back up to 13. We'll take a break. Be back here for fourth quarter action here from Argus.
Protect yourself from personal attack on campus, in the home, at the mall, or wherever you are. Blue Dragon Taekwondo in Rochester is offering a self-defense boot camp so that you have the basic skills to protect yourself in an attack. Blue Dragon is the area's leading martial arts facility. Master instructor Dave Colger and his team welcome new participants and those seeking to learn the basic self-defense techniques. Contact Blue Dragon Taekwondo today to learn more about this exciting self-defense boot camp.
Alrighty, welcome back here. Lady Dragons down 13 with 5:22 left in this one. Lady Warriors trying to give the Lady Dragons their first loss here at Phil Waybright Gymnasium. Lady Warriors are tough. Their defense has been stifling all night against the Lady Dragons, and you can see the short bench for the Lady Dragons. The girls are getting tired.
The fatigue is starting to set, and there's a good backdoor cut. And Hoffman, she's got to be high scorer for tonight, I swear. The girls got wheels and been working hard. Ball's kicked over.
She's got 9. That's her first bucket here in the second half.
Wide open. Now they're holding it. They don't need to score. Drives all the way in and takes it straight through the hole.
Sanders has had a huge second half. She's got 8 now. She only had 3 at the half.
They have at least 2 players in double digits. And I don't think we have any at the moment. Shot missed.
Big board there by Kuntz.
She timed it.
Brum had 8 at the half. She hasn't scored. Sanders with 8.
They only have.
No, I don't think they even have anybody in double figures yet.
Wow.
They've got a lot of different girls that have scored, though.
Yeah. There's a long pass, and it's thrown away, but she goes over and tips it out. Turnover again.
13-point lead with 4:20 left here in the fourth for the Lady Warriors.
Troy's over there joking with Hoffman. Look at Bucky. Hoffman's just like, oh, boy. Dunlap. Rachel's got to set a screen on that. Here's a quick 3. Manikowski with miss. Rebound goes Winamac. Kicks it over. And that's a good rotation. And luckily she didn't look forward because they had
travel.
There's travel. They had 2 Winamac Warriors against poor Stricker or Morris by herself down there. If she would have looked up, we could have been in real trouble with another easy bucket. Here's Stricker going right back in. And out comes Morris.
Well, there's another Warrior turnover, 3rd of the quarter. Let's see if the Lady Dragons can convert something off of it.
Well,
they haven't yet.
And misses. Kicks it out, and now we are outnumbered. And Stricker is smart and just about gets the seal, and it stays towards Winamac. She's just covered the girl knowing that she was wanting to pass it instead of trying to shoot.
Well, she kind of had to pass it because the girl for Winamac was right in front of her. There wasn't no lane right there.
Fakes. Winamac's going to set it out and waste them time. Manikowski all over it, and there's a jump ball, and it's going to be Dragons.
There is the fact of what I told you. Yeah, no left hand there. So
well, you said it at the beginning. We wouldn't gonna have to have the engine to try to keep up with this. Now we have to be smart, and forcing her over to her left and doing those little things will make a difference for us.
Well, they got to realize we're in the bonus, so you got to take it to them. Even though we can't convert from the free throw line, we got to be aggressive.
Or Manikowski.
Nice block out there by Sanders.
Totally blocks it out perfect.
I tell you what, that Sanders has had a good game. She's a sophomore.
Yep. And Stricker just gets a foul.
That's a frustration foul right there on Stricker. That's going to be her 3rd. It's only the team's 5th.
And, you know, the Dragons, the fans are a little stunned, and the Dragons themselves are a little stunned because used to, coming in and really putting a pounding on a lot of teams. And we're a younger squad, and they're going to have to grow mentally tough when you are unable to play physically tough as well. Oh,
Big
foul.
And that's another turnover by Joseph.
Manikowski gets pummeled. She's
her,
shooting.
It's her first foul. Yeah, it's going to be 1-1. So let's see if Abby can convert here from the line. We've left a lot of points on the line.
Well, that was she was going after the ball. There's nothing intentional, but she hit Manikowski pretty good. Fair Abby, she's got her knee pads back out after the first game. And she misses the front end of that one.
2 front ends. Morris left 2 on the floor. A lot of points there on the free throw line here in the second half.
And there's an easy one. Kicked over. Luckily, she loses it, and Manikowski gets the steal. Puts it over to Hoffman. Stricker. Over to Dunlap. Dunlap takes 1v1, goes, pulls back, puts it over to Kuntz. Kuntz fakes. Travels.
Yeah. Well, one good thing, that's the first turnover here in the fourth for the Lady Dragons. Morris is going to check back in. She's going to give Kuntz a break.
Yep, Kuntz is a little mentally frustrated at the moment.
I'm a little mentally frustrated at the moment.
That doesn't take much with you.
Not much there.
Trapped. Fouled by Manikowski.
It's going to be the 6th team foul. That'll be Abby's 3rd.
Well, and it's not from lack of just, all out hustle at times. They're just dying. They're just tired.
Yeah.
And you can see the physicality. The face are hanging. Their heads are down, and they are red. There's a foul on Manikowski.
She's got to get on that right arm. If you're going to get on her, you get on that right arm. Now you're putting her at the free throw line. I don't know why we foul her right there, but if you're gonna do that, at least get an attempt right there. I think you got to get on that right arm and try and make her go left, because she can't. And she misses the free throw over the back by the 6-footer. No call. And
Stricker gets the rebound. Yeah, I don't know how they didn't call that one. Blocking.
And Stricker runs her right over. She's like, I'm either going to get a charge or it's going to be a block.
Stricker's.
You make the choice. That's Kopka's 5th.
That is.
She's out. So let's see if Stricker can convert. She's suffered mightily from the line here so far tonight. What did we say, 2 of 8?
2 of 8.
Yeah.
She's going to make both of these.
Another front end of a one-on-one. Her legs are shot.
2 of 9. Missed. Rebound. Here comes Winamac again. Across the timeline, and she's not paying attention and throws it away. 47 turnovers and losing. How many turnovers did they have? Seriously.
Was 23 plus 6, 29 turnovers.
Wow. We've helped create 29.
And they're up 13.
And they're still up 13. Dunlap tries to go, and she's going to be fouled early.
And that's going to be on Joseph, so Dunlap's going to be at the line shooting 1. Now she'll be shooting 2 now with the double bonus. Basically 2 of 10 for Stricker. Missed 2 front ends, 2 of 8. Morris 0 of 2.
And Dunlap misses.
Dunlap was 2 of 2. Now she's 2 of 3. I don't know. I don't know, Andy. It's legs, I guess you'd say. Fourth quarter, just tired. She goes for the bank to get that one in.
Well, I don't know if you can necessarily blame that, because they've been missing free throws the entire game.
Yeah, true. Yeah, very first 2 possessions.
I mean, they're fresh when they first start the game,
Yeah.
I mean, it's just unfortunate. The Dragons need to do a few things. They're only doing a few things wrong, but those few things are crucial points, and they're killing us at the moment. Drives the lane, and there's a foul by Morris.
Nice block there by Morris.
Yeah, she's like, you might be shooting free throws, but you are not making this basket.
So that's going to be the 4th on Macy. And that's going to put Keller at the line. She hasn't shot any free throws yet this evening.
Well, we talked about how it works Sometimes players graduate, sometimes players move away, sometimes players get hurt. You can't always predict what your season's going to be like at the beginning.
Keller at the line. She has 1. Kuntz is going to come in for Morris, who has 4 fouls. I'd let her foul out. Let her foul out. She's not fouled out yet.
Might help her build some confidence. I mean, it's just all about the hustle and the heart. Right there's Manikowski, right in the mix of it.
Well, she mishandles the rebound, and a good job there by Keller, and it's going to be Lady Warriors ball on the jump ball.
Wowzers. That's all I can say. Manikowski's wanting to foul out. Here you go.
Make her go left. Nice backdoor read. Nice job by Kuntz.
Winamac maintains possession though.
Timeout. Minute 6 left. Warriors up 12. You're watching RTC4.com's coverage of Argus Lady Dragons basketball. We'll be back here in 30 seconds.
Simplify your banking with a Simply Free checking account from First Federal Savings Bank.
All it takes is a $50 opening deposit. There's no minimum balance requirement and no service fees.
For a limited time, you'll also receive a free gift just for opening a checking account.
And with Instant Issue, we can give you a debit card when you open your account, giving you immediate access to your funds.
Simply Free checking from First Federal Savings Bank, a simpler way to bank.
And remember, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
All right, welcome back here. Minute 6 left to go in this one. Lady Dragons are probably going to drop to 2-2 on the year with a very, very tough road game coming up next Tuesday. They're going to be traveling over to North Judson. That's a tough place to play no matter what, and Judson proved that to us 2 years ago. We went over there full bore with Barlow and Dunlap and Binkley and Stricker and everybody, and almost lost that one. The year they went to Indianapolis. So they're going to be a tough out on Tuesday for the Lady Dragons as well. It's, we knew this young team was going to be up and down, and right now it's been 2 down. Started out with 2 wins and looking like it's going to be 2 losses in a row here. Jump ball.
Manikowski scrapping on the floor again.
I mean, the one good thing you could look at here for the Lady Dragons is they're forcing the turnovers on defense, but they're not doing anything with it.
57 seconds left. Kicks it out. Kuntz mishandles, gets it, throws it, and it's stolen. And here could be a foul. Let's see. No, good stop, and puts it in for 2.
Good job by Brum right there. That's her first points of the second half.
Yeah.
Stricker's shooting woes have continued here tonight. She's had a rough go of it to start the season off, and she's got 5 tonight, 2 of 8 from the free throw line, 1 of 4 from the three-point line. Got a timeout on the floor with 27.5 seconds left, a 14-point Winamac lead. And try to find some good spots here. Cagney Hoffman comes in and has a big night for the Lady Dragons. She might.
High score.
See what Morgan has. She's got 4, 5, 6, 7. I think Cagney might end with the high score. Unfortunately, it's only 9 for the Lady Dragons, but Morris has 7. Kuntz with 4. Stricker with 5. Yeah, Hoffman, unless somebody hits something big here, is going to end up leading the team with 9 for the night.
Well, 27 seconds left in the game. Winamac has pretty much dominated the last half of the game.
Well, it was ever since the 3 minutes to go in the first half. And when they went on that 10-0 run, Parker in the game for the Lady Dragons.
Rebound Stricker. Yo, not the foul. There's 4 seconds left. Dunlap looks, takes a quick jumper, and it's good.
3-pointer at the buzzer for Dunlap. It's going to make the score look a little bit better. 5, 6, 7, 8. I was going to see that didn't pass her over Hoffman. So your final score, 35-46. And I don't think it was really that close, but that 3 at the buzzer for Dunlap. We're going to take a break here. I'll total up the points for everybody and come back with the postgame show here in just a few minutes.
RTC Fiber Communications is now serving the community of Argus. Now you can enjoy the incredibly fast speed and reliability of fiber internet. Stream movies, surf the web, or watch your favorite local videos on RTC4.com. All from RTC Fiber Communications, now serving Argus. Give RTC a call today or check us out online at www.rtc1.com.
Got that new home edition and you're keeping it covered.
Ooh, coverages now. I can help with this. Got zone coverage, man coverage, combo coverages.
I don't know, Peyton. I think more like the coverage your Nationwide agent offers.
Oh, you want to go there? Home, auto, life, business, farm, boat, RV, ATV, camper, pet, motorcycle, your tour bus. Did I mention farm?
Contact Jennings Insurance Agency today or visit one of our offices in Argus and Rochester.
At First Federal Savings Bank, we know that buying your first home can be an overwhelming process.
The mortgage experts at First Federal Savings Bank will work with you from application to closing.
At First Federal Savings Bank, we pay standard closing costs for our first-time home buyers.
We offer free pre-approvals and local loan servicing throughout the life of your loan.
Stop in and talk with one of our mortgage lenders and take the worry out of buying your first home.
And remember, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
All right, welcome back here to the post-game show. Lady Dragons fall to 2-2 on the season with the loss to Winnemac. The Lady Warriors move to 2-0 on the young season. Your totals for the game, I tell you what, Andy, turnover-wise, if you're the coach, Croft from the Lady Warriors cannot be happy. They had 31 turnovers for the game.
Madly indoors on
and 20 turnovers for the game for the Lady Dragons. I mean, that's not good either. But you have 31 turnovers and you still win the game by 11. I don't know how you do that, but they did. So leading scorer was Brum. She had 8 in the first half, finished the game with 10. Sanders with 8. Lainey Joseph, coming off of her opening day performance of 19, has 7. Keller with 4. Kopka with 4. Brogdon with 4. Bailey with 3. And Smith with 2. For the Lady Dragons, Morgan Dunlap leads the scoring with 10. And Cagney Hoffman had 9. Macy Morris with 7 first half points and ended the game with 7. Macy Stricker ended the game with 5. And Rachel Kuntz with 4. So Lady Dragons are going to have another tough one coming up on the road on Tuesday night. They're going to be taking on the very, very talented North Judson team, featuring another talented freshman in Lily Frazier.
Yep.
And they put up 82 points against Rensselaer Central.
Wow.
So
how many she have?
She had over 20, I think.
Wow.
Or right at 20. So they're going to have their hands full again on Tuesday. So we'll be back here Tuesday at Judson, and then they're going to be on the road again next Saturday at Jimtown. We'll see here what the Lady Dragons can do. They've got to find a way to battle back 2 losses in a row. It's going to be tough. They got to find the leadership from somebody and really pick it up. So we're going to wrap things up here from Argus, where the Lady Dragons fall to Winnemac. And any final words there, Andy?
Well, we don't really ever do it, But if you ask me, if there was a player of the game, it's got to be a Hoffman coming off the bench. Even though we really didn't shine from any standpoint whatsoever. The Dragons going to have to work on some fitness and just the basics. The few basic things that we're making mistakes on are killing us, and one is free throws.
How many did we leave?
6. We left a half dozen or a whole dozen, I bet.
6, 8, 10. I'm just thinking in my head. We left at least 12 free throws.
Yeah, a dozen.
At least.
Yeah.
Probably 14. So right there's your game. You turn a team over 30-plus times, and you lose. You don't get that.
They beat us by the exact same number of more turnovers than we had, right? They beat us by 11. They had 11 more turnovers than us.
Yeah.
That's not a good statistic.
No,
gotta finish.
That never happens. I mean, if you have that many turnovers, you don't win many games. And the Lady Warriors are fortunate to pick up the W against the Lady Dragons. Now it's gut check time here for your Lady Dragons. They got to come back and find a way to go on the road Tuesday and pull one out against a very, very talented Judson team. So we're going to wrap things up for Andy Stone, Isaac Smith on the camera for us tonight, Steve Stricker saying good night here from Phil Waybright Gymnasium, and we will see you on Tuesday from North Judson.